What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump.
Dima, Mario Brothers music. So guys, we're flying all the way to the city of Oakland, California, and we're dealing with my man, Too Short, also known as Ty Shaw. And from those of you from the 80s, we already know Short Dogs in the house. And Too Short was one of the greatest rappers of that era. Some of y'all don't like his flow, but man, I mean, talking like Dirty, you know, songs like Blowjob Betty, you know what I'm saying?
Even though the streets are bumpy, lights burned out.
Just everything, you know, Too Short was crazy, right? And my older brother used to really like him, and I started liking him. And Too Short was really known for his graphic lyrics and really disrespecting women, calling them out their name, and well, it was just normal, right? And he's one of the first people like him, Luke from Miami and those guys, NWA. These are like the first guys who really started, like Uncle Luke. You know, those guys were really disrespecting women, right? And it's crazy because these guys are some of the worst to ever do it when you're talking about black women. As far as disrespectful comments, as far as, you know, if you want to say misogynist, that's definitely what Too Short would be considered in today's era. Now, let me kind of fast forward over to the conversation that Too Short recently had on a podcast called Big Facts. And they were talking about the insight of our brother Kevin Samuels, who, you know, passed away. And Too Short said this: "Sad music. I don't know the whole journey. All I know is the recent clickbait. I can't get to the gist of where it came from and what it was. I don't know. It sounded like some pimping, but then it sounded real anti-female. I don't know. It sounded hateful." Okay? So, now this is the same Too Short who, I don't know, says that, like he has a song literally called Call Her Bitch, okay? This is the same Too Short who's talking about, you know, he prefers light-skinned women, mixed women, not regular colored black women. I mean, anything you can say to piss sisters off, Too Short will say that. Now, why is Too Short saying that it sounds hateful and anti-female? I'm gonna tell you why, man. Too Short is kissing ass for the machine because Too Short has a history of really disrespecting black women. So now to try to get back into the, you know, now that society has changed and Too Short wants to get in line with that, he's talking against the things that Kevin Samuels was talking about. But now I'm trying to see if Kevin Samuels, in comparisons to Too Short, let me leave Too Short out the way. He says it sounded anti-female. Well, Too Short, what about it was anti-female? Can you talk about that? Can I get an ant sound effect? And the reason why it's an ant sound effect is because Too Short didn't listen to any shows. Too Short listened to clips of shows. Okay? And Too Short can't really describe what he's talking about because he's heard somebody else maybe say that Kevin Samuels was hateful, or what he may heard was a discussion in which he felt that maybe the lady that was being talked to wasn't talked to in a favorable tonality. But you're never describing of what is hateful. Because clearly, if we look at what your stuff is, we can see what is hateful and what is not hateful. I don't recall Kevin Samuels calling women the B words. I don't recall them saying the blowjob Betty, or you need to get my money, short dog the Mac, short dog the pimping, coercing girls into doing this. No, I literally heard Too Short say he busted a NUT and killed somebody. That was the blowjob Betty song. I heard that one. Okay, so the reality is why are guys like Too Short coming after Kevin Samuels? Because today's narrative is different. If you get guys like Future, Too Short in the same room, Kevin Samuels in the same room, Are they going to agree on a lot of the things going on in Black America with women? Absolutely. Especially Future. Remember Future tried to distance himself from Kevin Samuels? It's all about image. But the reality is that are we dealing with the truth? Another thing that Too Short says, well, it's the way that he's saying it. It's the way that he's saying it. Well, in what way is he saying it? I just want to know. In what way is he saying it? He even said this. Sad music. The last thing you want to do to get a hoe to hoe for you is to be super hateful. You gotta finesse it. So you calling women hoes, Too Short? So you want to be super hateful, but then want her to hoe? You're being misogynistic in that comment, dog. So what is it? So basically, what should he do? He should tell them what they want to hear so they can hoe, or tell them the truth, which you consider to be hateful, but you're not describing what about those conversations were hateful because you don't know what you're talking about. And it's interesting because guys like Too Short, they were, shout out to Dr. T.S.on Johnson, they were the black man's first red pill. Because Too Short and guys like NWA and Ice Cube and Uncle Luke, they were describing something about black women, certain characteristics in society that, we couldn't really, that was not talked about. Everything was women are nice, sugar and spice, and all that kind of stuff. Then we're not talking about the chicks that can get you set up to get robbed, or the chick that's sleeping with your best friend, or the chick that's doing that. See, rap music exposed the dark side of the nature of certain women in the black community. Some certain elements from my moms and things like that. Things that people didn't really want to talk about. So Too Short expressed it in ways that maybe Angela Davis did not want to be shown, or feminists at that time, okay? No different than what Kevin exposed. What Kevin exposed was that the women who were out here saying that I can't get a man on my level are really the same women that professional black men were saying, she's not on my level. See, that's the thing. Kevin exposed a different level of what's happening in Black America, just like Too Short did in the 80s. The problem is that Too Short's on the wrong side of history. His side at that time didn't win. Feminists won, okay? And when feminists won, he got called out for it. He got ganged up on it for his hate speech. So he has to back down. That's why Kevin Samuels is such a more of an important person than a guy like Too Short, because he stood on it. And those problems are going to be there whether Too Short wants to disagree with it or not. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I already appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first clip in the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.